My name is Akachi. I'm a professor of English and non-executive director in the board of the University Press PLC. I teach at Alex Ekweme Federal University in Dufualike in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Well, I don't know the time this survey was made. I have no idea, but there was a time I could say that was exactly true, but it's not now. Today, you have many more Nigerians reading. There's a lot of reading going on, but the question is not whether people are reading books, but what are people reading? That is the question we can ask. And when you ask a question like this, you realize that people are reading all kinds of things. Apart from physical books, people are reading online. People are reading on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp. So there's a lot of reading going on, and many Nigerians are reading today. So it's no longer the time we could say Nigerians are not reading. They are reading. But the thing is, what are they reading? But one thing we can say is there is a lot of bad content in what people are reading. So what we need to do is to enhance the content, what people are reading, to improve the quality so that more people will be reading meaningfully. And how can we do this? We can do this by, one, producing good books, good content in terms of physical books. And then we also take it to the other side by enhancing what people read on social media. In the internet, there may be a lot of bad content people are reading. So we need to improve what people are reading. But the important thing is that people are reading. Sometimes it doesn't even matter. People can read e-books, e-magazines, e-journals, all kinds of things. But reading is very important because it disciplines us and helps us to improve whatever we are doing. If you're a student, if you read, you'll be a better student. You write better and you understand your lectures better. So reading is the key. We need to make sure that people continue reading and that they are reading good content. And one thing we need to do is also, publishing companies, for instance, should go digital. Let us not only focus on physical books. Because the thing now is that the internet is a free space. That's the beauty of the internet. It is free to everybody. You know, before you might not have even books to read. And today you agree with me that books are becoming very expensive. And that is understandable because of the rate of inflation. More people cannot afford to buy books. For instance, a book that could go for 1,000 naira before, you can't get it for 2,000 now or 2,500. Ordinary books like novels, for instance, let me illustrate because I'm a writer. You find a novel of 250 words and it's going for 3,000 naira. How many Nigerians today can afford to buy that kind of book? So we need to also make sure that books are affordable. And the best way to make books affordable is to make them digital because they are cheaper when you buy online. Now you may ask me, how about is it everybody who goes online? But there are a lot of people, young people, they have data, they buy data. So they can go online, they can go digital, they can download e-books, e-journals, e-magazines. So what I'm saying is they can go hand in hand. Physical books, quite all right. The production should continue because even though some people believe that the book is dying, it's not true. A lot more people are still reading books. People are still reading books. But people are also reading digitally. So what we need to do is to carry the two along and focus on content, make books affordable and available to more people. But to say that that survey you mentioned at the beginning, I don't think is right today. If a survey is carried out today the result will be different. More Nigerians are reading. I see even young people, you see them always pinging. Many of them are reading online. They're either reading on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or WhatsApp. And that's a form of reading. It's a form of reading that is developing the reading culture. That's what I'm saying, you know, the right content, good content, that is the word. It means that publishing companies should also develop the digital arm of their publishing. Because let me just illustrate with the University Press, for instance. If University Press that is publishing very good content, the books here, our books are well received, and we know that the quality, both in terms of content and production quality, excellent. Now, University Press should also develop this arm of digital publishing so that people who do not want to read physical books can now download ebooks and buy that way. So the content is still the same, but now the platform is different. Also, people who are writing, you don't just post anything on the internet. Make sure what you're posting is of good quality, that you've edited it properly, because sometimes you may come across some essays or books on the internet, digital books, and you find errors in them. So those people who are involved in uploading books digitally should make sure that they are properly edited, they are good content and of good quality. That is one way to do it. And then people who are writing also should try to improve their writing so that what eventually comes up will be of good quality. And let me just also illustrate with Amazon. You know, Amazon is one of the most, is the biggest commercial, ebook merchant or seller today. And most books you download on Amazon, they are of good quality. I've downloaded quite a number of books. Sometimes some of my former students who are abroad now in the universities in the US or UK, when they find good books, they buy on Amazon and send to me. And I download these books and they're on my computer. Sometimes I read them on my laptop. But now that I'm having a little problem with my eyes, what I do is I download them, print them, and bind them, and then I read them. So there are many ways you can do this. It's just what we're saying is those who are uploading things digitally should make sure that the quality is good. And I must say also that the quality of digital books has improved a lot. Like 10 years ago, you could find even essays, academic essays that are not good, but today most of them are good. So the quality, there's continuous improvement, and that is what we are approving and asking that it continues. Yes. Well, here again, I think I may just correct the impression you are giving now. You know, I've just come back from the James Corey Literary Festival, which took place end of August to beginning of first week of September. And then in April, I was also at the Oxford Literary Festival. And that's the early April. And later in April, I was in Ghana at a writer's workshop. So nobody can tell me that people are not writing. Thousands of people are writing in Africa. And the amazing thing is that many of them are young people. You know, the established writers, older writers are still writing. Look at, was it not last year when Professor Wole Soyinka came up with a book, A Chronicle of the Happiest People on Earth? That's people of that age are still writing. I'm still writing. But now, what I say, the amazing thing is that many young Africans are writing. Nigeria having a huge population has also made it, this has also made it possible for young Nigerians to write. cannot quantify the number of Nigerian youths who are writing today. Some of them are writing, online publishing is going on all the time. Many of them are publishing online. It is what I say, there's a way that social media has kind of democratized space so that people who would before not have their works accepted by traditional publishers now have access to the free space online, and they can publish their work there. That is the beauty of it. So you cannot even now say that people can, it's just the ability to write and write what is good. You can publish it online. So more and more writers are coming up. What we are just advising them to do is to write well. Don't just hurry and post what you have written or publish what you have written. Please, because some publishers may just take things and just publish. So you, the writer, self-edit yourself. And how do you do this? By reading. You see, reading is one way to improve the quality of what you write. If you are not a reader, you can't write well. There is no substitute to that. To be a good writer, you must also be a good reader. That is where reading we are discussing now comes in. So, because the more you read, the better you write. So that's what we are saying, that young people, every day we are getting newer writers. Now let me give you another example. There's this the Nigeria Prize for Literature, which is sponsored by NLNG. Every year, more and more works are submitted. And NLNG now requires you to submit physical books as well as digital books, you see? So whatever you submit, which is published, you also submit the e-copy of it, online, so that judges, assessors now have both digital copies and physical copies. Now, what is happening with submission in NLNG can give you an idea of the number of people writing in Nigeria today. Before, you could have like 100 submissions, 150 submissions, but now they are running up to 200 or 300 submissions. So people are writing. Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Akachi Ezebo, and I'm a professor of English. I started my academic life teaching at the University of Lagos. I taught at Unilag for more than 30 years before I moved to the East. Now I'm in the Southeast in Ebonyi State, and I teach at Alex Ekweme Federal University, Ndufo Alike in Ebonyi State. Thank you. I'm also a writer and a director in the board of directors of University Press PLC. Thank you.